Yeah, he was a few rows behind it. He did not hear it because you're in a loud White Sox baseball game. He did not hear any shots fired. Nevertheless, he did witness, saw a woman who was sitting in front of him who had bleeding coming from her legs. And then he and a number of fans in that section, he says, were moved to another area of the ballpark while police were apparently, or at least security guards from the White Sox, were able to talk to some of the folks who were there and try to figure out exactly what happened. We seem to be seeing a lot more police activity, though, in the last few minutes here on the outside of the ballpark. As you can see, we are also hearing a little bit more information. One of the fans says he believes that this may have actually started with an argument between two men inside the ballpark. There were apparently shots fired. We're told that 2 or 3 people may have been hit. Now, Chicago police had told us a short time ago that they were planning to give us an update at 10:45 and that White Sox officials would be there. In the last minute or two, though, they have now canceled that plan and have no plans at this point to be able to speak to us, which may indeed be an indication that at this point it is still active on some level. It is our understanding that the security guards and police may have taken the folks who they believed were involved inside the ballpark out of the ballpark already, but at this point they are clearly not ready to give us an update as far as what they believe happened inside the ballpark. We can tell you a lot of fans left without any idea. They were planning on a concert after the game. White Sox canceled that concert. We hear from some of the fans.
It happened just 2 rows in front of me, and there was no one right in front of us. All of a sudden, this lady just started bleeding from her leg, and there was at least 2 of them in a row that got hit, maybe a third. I know 2 for sure, and it was bleeding, and all of a sudden security was there, and they kicked us out.
And again, we are not being given any information as to the extent of any of the injuries of those who may have been hit by those bullets, but several fans say they also witnessed shell casings in the stands while police were ushering them away from the area. We will, of course, hope that police will give us an update at some point this evening, and we will be here waiting for that. For now, live at Guaranteed Rate Field, John Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC 7 Chicago Eyewitness News.